Hello everyone, this is SystemCollapse and I'm back yet again playing FTB Beyond. And yeah, I've been busy. You look behind me, I did stuff. It looks all fancy and jazzy and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get some very cool things today. So let's get going, let's check it out, let's not waste time. I set up my deep residence, it's moved into my base now. There's actually 4 reactors, 4 crystals, they're not fired up right now. I only turned them off because, well, the sound is kind of deafening. I do like these reactors, but that sound after a while, yeah. When you're near it, don't want to hear it. This is just an RF tool screen. It has both the radiation sensor for the radiation level and the button module set to toggle, and that is connected to redstone receivers, which are right here. And there's another one on the other side, both set to the same channel. It's channel 1 because of the first ones that I've used. Yeah, and that's how I have that set up. And then I have 2 sets of generators here, touching the same generator controller and a flux plug. And then I got, these are just blocks of iron, decorative, because, well, I have 160,000 iron now, something like that. Then I use the pedestals, which is part of deep residence, and it queues up a crystal. And when this crystal runs out of power, it automatically breaks it. When it turns white, the pedestal breaks the crystal and it gets pulled into this chest down here, this adjacent chest, and gets fed into the lasers. So it manages that for me. The lasers do need a little more, so every once in a while right now, that's the only thing that is not 100% automated. This is about 98% automated. I still need to find a way to make the lasers be able to take the red crystals when they need them, right? Because if I just use the spent crystals, it isn't enough to keep it going. We'll see how that works when I get up to 100% crystals, but for right now I have to do that. But yeah, other than that is literally it. These ones are just filling in regular crystals with a transfer filter set to a single item, so it only let 1 crystal in there, so I'm not wasting crystals or putting a stack of the same kind of crystals in there. But yeah, and that's effectively the setup. Everything else has pretty much remained the same, except for I made the tanks a little larger just so I can add more purifiers. I have found one problem with deep residence, and let's see if it's doing it here. No, it's not doing it here right now. Initially, I didn't have this chunk loaded when I first moved here, and these valves were glitching out. So if I left, it came unchunk loaded, and I come back, the valves would actually glitch out and not move fluids, even if they met the priorities that were set here. And I'd have to break the valve and let the, break the valve, reset it up, hit apply, and then it would finally let the liquids pass. I have a chunk loaded now. But I still notice that one time now when I have logged in, it did the same thing. So as long as I'm in the game, it seems to work fine now. We'll see when I log in. Sometimes I might have to run over here and check to make sure that it's still pumping liquids through the system and none of the valves glitch out. This glitched out too, actually, and these percentage just stopped moving, and these glitched out too. They stopped just going up. Doesn't matter, there was tons of liquid in the tank and just doing nothing. So yeah, that's the only thing, and this is the only hitch where it's getting caught up. I really need to do a second set of lasers, but I need to work out how to fill the crystal in there in an efficient way, because I don't want to just kind of waste them. But yeah, that's it. That's deep resident. It's set up, it's pretty cool, and I just hit a button. There you go. 2 on that side, 2 on that side, and it's generating depending on the crystal, because I have a couple different kinds, because I've been trying different materials, anywhere from 48,000 to let me see, 54,000 RF. So not bad at all, really not bad at all. That is pretty cool. Other than that, I think the only thing I really did was over here, I set up a line of furnaces and some auto smelting's being done here. Not much. I'm going to add crafters above them for several of these for on-demand smelting. But yeah, so I forget what I have auto smelting. I'd have to go in there and check. But that is set up and they're ready to go. I just need to configure them. Just kind of figure, sort this out and have it all looking good. So that is that. And I added a whole bunch of cobalt. I like that cobalt color, considering it's vanilla. And here I just think I added anti-blocks. Other than that, the only other thing I did was move my EXP drum from the mob farm. It's actually only got one in it right now because this drained it out. So 329 levels in there because I needed it. I needed a ton of it. Because what are we going to work on today? Well, what we're going to work on today, well, I have all these crafters here. And this was all for setting up auto crafting for one mod. This is the auto crafting for one single mod, and this is only 95% of it. There's one part I didn't bother with. This is all for Woot. So we are going to get into a Woot farm today. And yeah, there was a lot of auto crafting set up, a lot of sub recipes, all that jazz. But I've already made all the blocks, and I've already made a bunch of the prisms. We'll get to the use of those in a bit. We're going to go straight from a tier 1 to a tier 4 altar. So my plan is to do, well, we're going to do two things. One, I want to have a Netherstar generator. Well, I guess automatic Netherstars. So basically it's a wither farm without actually having to have a wither farm, because the Woot farm just generates it for you. Automatically, no lag, it's joyful. But there's another one I want to try. I want to try something here. So if you look at the prism, let's go look at Woot. If you look at Woot, you'll see here, there's one here that says Mob Ender Dragon. Yeah, it makes it sound like you can do Ender Dragons. And the recipe is active. And I don't have a dragon egg, but I can go get a dragon egg. I just left it in the end when we killed the dragon. So I want to go there, get this dragon egg, and see if this actually works. I need the nether stars right now. I don't need a lot of draconium and hearts. I will. But I want to see if this works. I want to see if whether it's been deactivated or not. So we're going to do that. And if so, we'll have infinite nether stars and infinite draconium hearts and all that good stuff. So what are we gonna do? I guess first off is I haven't made the prism yet for the. Let's actually sleep. Let's do the sleepings. I don't know why I'm carrying my bed around on me. I don't know where I put my sleeping bag. I need to grab another one. But are you gonna do the glitch? It's gonna do the glitch. This happens every once in a while. When I go to sleep in a bed or even with the sleeping bag, I don't get up. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I'm no longer stuck in bed, and that is a good thing. So the first thing we got to do here is actually get ourselves a wither caught into a prism. And I'm just going to do this just simply to show you how easy it is to catch the mobs with the prisms. So boop, boop, and boop. Gonna go here. Oh yeah, I should wait till it explodes. I'll be in such a rush. Hurry up, do your explodies. There we go. And there we go. Mob wither programmed. Woot, none wither bots. So we now have that. That will allow us to set up our Woot farm with a wither. And, sec here. Options, music sounds, monsters. Monsters? Hostile creatures. Let's turn them way down. Because withers are but yeah, so we're gonna set this up. Then we need to head to one shot that out. Stop that. We need to be able to go and go to the end, and we need to get our egg. Oh, did that break? That's the only bad thing about this. I haven't put a diamond on it, so it doesn't have any durability yet, but I do have modifiers. I had it for beheading, basically, just to get wither skulls. So it has 4 I believe, so it has 80%. Yeah, I need that diamond. Actually, I won't even need it. After today, I won't even need wither skulls ever again. And I actually went and caught a wither with the prism, thinking, oh yeah, I'll use it to make wither skulls. But once I have withers coming in the Woot farm, I'm going to no longer need it. So it is pretty much absolutely useless. Hopefully he didn't blow up anything. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, now we're going to head to the end and grab that egg, and then we're going to go and do some stuff. I just need to grab some placement blocks and meet you over there. Okay, and now we're at the in the end, doing our endy thing, and we're going to grab this egg easily. If this trick still works, I'll be very happy. Let's see here, do that, because you don't even need a piston with this trick. Put 3 in there, do this, there we go, boom, done. With the 3x3 upgrade for the actually add-ons, you just put a block on top, break the block, it takes the egg with it. So easy way to get the egg without having to use the piston. Just thought I'd show you guys that, just a little dirty trick. I don't know if it works with the Tinker's Hammer, but feel free to try. It might very well work. Okay, we're back, and it's the moment of truth. The moment of truth. We're gonna see if it's gonna let us crouch this thing. And it's going to. So we now have what we need to make Ender Dragon Woot Farm, which is utterly ridiculous. I'm very curious to see what kind of drops it gives you. It's going to be pretty cool. That is amazing. I hope it works. I hope they didn't actually just disable it in the farm, because that'd be very sad. I added some elevator blocks down here. I actually made a room down here, and this is going to be where we set up our Woot Farm. When I first planned Woot Farms, I thought I was only going to do one room, or I should say one Woot Farm. But I'm going to do a bunch. I'm going to end up doing a bunch of these, and they're going to be different tiers as needed. We're going to be doing a skeleton one, creeper, wither skeleton. I got him. I realized I don't need him. We'll be doing an enderman. Ghast, I don't know. Ghast I might run for an hour or 2 just to get 1,000, and after that I won't need them. Blaze will do, Blitz will do, Buzzalls will do, and Blizz will do. So I flew around, I got all those guys. They're all in different biomes. Not a big deal to get, but we have them all, and now we have Ender Dragon and Wither. This Woot Farm, it's not really expensive, but they are tedious to build. So let's look at one here. Let's look at these capstones, because these are one of the components to make the tier 5 capstone. So it looks, you got to make this, which doesn't look too bad, and you got to make this, but you got to make that, and you got to make this, and then you got to make this, but you got to make that, but you got to make this. And then you got to go down to the next level and you got to do this. It's just tedious crafting. That's why I set up all that auto crafting, and I forget how many crafters that was. What was it, 5? Yeah, 5. And that doesn't even cover the next part of it, which was extremely tedious. Where are they? All these upgrades. So say the rate 3 upgrade. It takes a power 3, a power 2, a power 3, a power 1, and stone, plus these upgrades, plus the casing. Like, it is ridiculous. It's a good thing I had a barrel with over 9 million EXP in it in our initial mob farm, because I went through a lot of experience, and we're gonna have to sort out a way to get massive amounts of experience, because I burnt through 200 levels. Yeah, it is pretty crazy, and I want to do several of these, so I'm gonna need more. But I already have a way to do that, but that's probably gonna be in the next episode, but to sort out massive amounts of experience. But let's see here. We're gonna set this up. Let's start with the controller. Let me go grab my controller. Okay, here we go. The block I actually needed wasn't a controller. The controller was another block. I totally forgot. I needed the mob factory layout, which I actually had. I just left it in my system because I'm a derp. And if you place this down, it'll give you a building guide for the Woot farm. So you can see it here. It's all lit up. See all this good stuff. These are the blocks you need. Gray, red. I think this one is the controller. What's that one called? That one is called the factory spawner. Factory spawner grinder. There you go. These ones are capstones. Depends on which level you build. So if you right click it, show you tier 2. Right click it again. Tier 3 starts getting humongous. Tier 4. This is the top level. And it's pretty big. But we got everything we need. So let's do this. We're going to grab, let's see here. Let's grab the reds and the grays first. And if you look at the book, so you look at the book here, you can make this book. So the recipe is just a head in a book. It'll give you a total rundown of this mod, so it's not hard to figure it out. It's written fairly well, but it'll tell you exactly how many blocks you need for each tier. So it gives you an idea of exactly what you need. So the one we're building is this, so I went ahead and made sure we had everything. So we should have everything, but we're going to try it out here. Get it going. But you just follow the guide, and once you have everything, this thing should turn into a multi-block. So hopefully, we have everything. Because, you know, sometimes plans don't go the way they are supposed to be planned. And this thing is pretty expensive, and I really suggest setting up auto crafting, especially if you're going to do, more than one like I did, because, yeah, it is a nightmare to craft this stuff. It's just that multi-step crafting. It always drives me insane. Let's grab a flux point. So the power tap can go down, not power tap. The actual power can go here. I also made these. I don't know if I'm going to use them. They're called the extenders, and you can basically run it below it and move the power. Then you add, it's like a wire. This is basically a wire, and this one is basically a power/item tap. So it's called the Mob Factory Proxy. So you could make a line and take it. I think it's just straight down, but you can kind of hide your wiring and build an area down there if you want to do a real clean lookup. I don't want this in my world, like I said. I do not like the look of it. I cut all those. That's all good. We can throw that there and this here. And you're probably going to want more than one of these controllers. I only have 2 so far. Let's see here. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 1. Oh, it just needs a program. But it'll tell you whether or not it's, if I put a program in there right now, it would tell me whether or not. And I actually am going to right away put the Ender Dragon one in there. Right click that. There we go. Oh, and it did multi-block. There we go. And the Ender Dragon's in there. How much? 12,000 RF a tick. And it tells us what it's going to produce, which is insane. It's not getting RF. I know why. I didn't do this. This thing should start producing almost immediately if it works right. Why aren't you getting power? Oh, did I leave my farm off? Okay, got it sorted out. It is running. It's doing stuff. It's making noises. Sneak for installed upgrades and learned drops. And yeah, if you sneak at a show, it's gonna give us 20. Those numbers can't be right. I need to get a chest really quick. Let's grab a crate. Of course it's raining. Good thing we're working inside. Crate. The power. I had to sort out the power. It does not like being directly connected. I'm not making one of those right now. Let's vulture one. Let's see when this one got anything. Nope. It does not like having flux plugs directly connected to it, so I used a vibrant capacitor. So there's a vibrant capacitor. Once you're done building it, you can actually break this Mob Factory layout block. It's not required anymore. And yeah, once that's done, you can attach the flux plug to the capacitor, and that's the way it's getting power. But we should just have to do this, and we should see when this gets to, oh, there you go. It gave me a dragon egg, 2 dragon's breath, 30 draconian dust, and a dragon heart. And that's in 1 cycle. And I haven't even upgraded this yet. So let's go sleep. Okay, I'm back, and well, I got stuck sleeping again. Had to restart. That is getting really annoying. I wish I could figure out what was going on there. But we're going to try this with upgrades now. I'm curious just how much power this thing's going to take. Fully upgraded. We're going to go, first off, there's one for, that's it. This one reduces the power, so we're going to do that first. And on the tier 4, you can put up to 4 different kinds of upgrades. Tier 1s, I think, are only 2. Tier 2s might be only 2 as well. That multi-block? I thought that multi-blocked. Does it have to be directly touching? Maybe. I was hoping it didn't have to be directly touching, but we'll see. So where that is the... I think it's the lower ones on the bottom. Yes, that multi-blocked. 2, so it does have to directly touch, which is unfortunate. But what did that down the power to? Quite a bit, quite a bit. So it's down to 8,624 tick. These are the most annoying part of this Woot farm. This, like, creating all those books. There's no fast way to create enchantment books. It's just something you're going to have to grind out if you get to this. Next, let's increase the rate, which I figure is going to vastly up the power usage. Can I see the power usage? Oh, I'm going to have to move that crate. Let's do that real quick. There we go. Yeah, so that put it up to 17,000. That put it up to 34. What's it now? Oh, I can't even run that. Okay, let's try it at this one. It put it up to 70,000 RF. I don't even produce that much yet. That's hilarious. That is insane. And those numbers can't be right, but wow, spawn rate 3. Okay, let's keep it at spawn rate 2. Not spawn rate 2, rate 2. And try these ones. The mass, these ones, I don't know if they're going to up it or not. It does up it, but I don't know how much. So I need tier 1. Is that tier 2? Yes. And then tier 3. Okay, let's try that. Oh my. I'm just going to put them all in and see what the top level dragon one produces. We don't need the top level dragon one. I am just kind of curious. Looting, and looting. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. This thing is going to be a monster for RF. So, if you want a max level dragon farm, you need 228,256 RF a tick. That is just silly. I just want to see how fast it is. And see how many drops we get. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's stop that. Let's stop that. I'm sorry. I'm laughing like crazy, man. But this is the most overpowered thing I've seen in my life. But it is at an immense cost of RF. So yeah, that is insane. And that's draining my entire power system right now. So let's get that. So we're gonna take this other one, throw it there, grab the wither one, and throw it here. And let's take this one. Is gonna take at base only 1120 RF. That's a much better. We gotta sort these out because they're all out of order now. So that was 3. So 3, 1, 2. We'll get the efficiency ones in there right away. And I'm very interested in this one to see just how many nether stars we get. 784. That's not bad. We'd next want the mass. The mass seems like the most important one, next to efficiency, unless you have tons of RF, of course, which we have a good amount, but we do not have 260,000 for our max dragon farm. That's up to only 2,000. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Then we're gonna throw this here. That'll give us our looting. We're up to only 2,400. Oh, this is actually pretty good. Pretty good. I can't believe they left this craftable, the dragon one. It's going to make Draconic Evolution so easy. So that put us up to 20,653 RF a tick. And we're going to do a little test here. Actually, we're going to do a big test. Kind of see what we get. Oh my. And it just gives us nether stars and sulfur. That's the only byproducts, which is nice because it means less filtering. Wow, this is going to be pretty cool. And I brought something else to test. We're going to try out the Netherstar generator. So we're going to test this thing and see how much RF we can generate with one of these things, because it sounds like a pretty cool thing to do. And I brought this stuff and this stuff. Let's do that. This probably only needs a stack upgrade, so let's do that. And a transfer pipe. Throw that there. Holy moly. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I forgot those things did that. I gotta grab food. Well, after dying to wither, I completely forgot those things withered you. You can see my death spot right up there. I forgot I had coffee in my bag, then I remembered, and then I was already dead. Yeah, we can't even fully test this. I would need a bunch of vibrant capacitors. I might go make a bunch just to test the speed, because... Get that out of there. I'm curious how many this can keep up with, upgrade-wise, because that's what 4,000 RF at base level. If that, even with 2 upgrades, that's 8,000 RF. 3, I don't know how it works out, but I know at the first one it doubles the I think the first one goes from the burn speed, halves the burn speed. So 2 minutes. The first one half? Yes, straight down to half. So that doubles the RF output. Because it doesn't tell you. It doesn't say it correct. I think it always says 4,000 RF. Okay, so I went and made 20 vibrant capacitors. So they're all made up and attached. I made a redstone line and set this to redstone mode. This is just so I could test it. I'm not dying to wither again. And I don't have any armor that has wither proof on it. So that is something we'll have in the future. We're going to test this out and see what kind of RF it actually produces. And with 10, it's producing 44. I don't want to get this close. Oh, I want to be able to tell if it keeps up, but I'm not going to be able to. Am I going to die? I'm going to die. Don't kill me. No. No, please don't kill me. I already died once. I don't want to die again. There we go. You can't get very close. I think that's probably because of the upgrades, maybe? The range seems a little excessive. I'm going to go... Give me that. Go here. Oh, I turned it off, didn't I? I meant to turn it off. I'm going to burn for a few seconds anyway. And then... There we go, it's off. And that produced... 22 million RF very quickly. And it didn't even touch our nether stars. We're going to be able to use this as a power source, a full-on power source. I'm going to have to do a much better setup and pipe these elsewhere and not go anywhere near these nether star generators. But I think 20. I wonder how many of these it can manage. Really curious. I better do this real quick. So this is going to hurt. 84,000. That's a long wither too. Very long wither. 84,000 a tick right there. That is kind of ridiculous. Please wear off. But yeah, we've got an insane power source here. Insane, just utterly insane. Like I can't even process this properly. And infinitely easily scalable. Oh, I want it off. Turn it off. That should only burn for a second at this point. There we go. Let's see here. And it's still moving forward. It's gaining nether stars, so it can actually support more than just this, because this burns for 5.7 seconds. And then more nether stars are coming in, and that's each nether star. We might be able to support 3, 4, maybe 5 of these at max, which would be 400,000 RF. So I'm going to have to do some testing. Going to have to do some definite testing and see how this goes, because this is utterly insane. It is even better than I hoped. Even better. Like, look at that. 84,000 RF just coming out of there with 1 nether star generator at max upgrades. Yeah, I'm going to totally tweak this out and figure out how much this can take. I'm going to move these to a different area and ender chest the nether stars in, because this is a death trap. It's actually killed me 2 times, which is fantastic. And Woot farms are insanely OP. Insanely OP. If I can get 3 of these going, I could power a full, one of those entirely full dragon farms. So if this can sustain 3 of these nether star generators at max RF. Not that I even need that much dragon eggs and draconium or in dragon hearts, but this could sustain it alone. This one wood farm could sustain that 260,000 RF, and I don't want to say how much it's going to pop out, but every very few seconds, I want to close this. I want to break this. I need to see this number. So every 40 ticks, so that is 20 ticks. There's every 5 seconds, this is popping out 8. Is that serious? No, that's 2. No. 8 mobs every 45 seconds. Those numbers can't be right. But every 40 seconds, it says 2 seconds. There's no way that's 2 seconds. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. That's every 2 seconds. You're getting 8 nether stars, which means, oh my goodness, that's 8, 16. That's 20 nether stars every 5 seconds. These burn for 5 seconds. If that's correct, we can support 20 of these with, oh my good, that's 4 million RF. No. That's 1.6 million RF? I don't know. I'm going to have to math that out and test it. I can't believe that. That is ridiculous. And I'm actually going to have to set up the wither farm to get more wither skulls to make more of these, because they take 5 skulls each. But that is insane. That is insane. I can't believe the power of this thing. Here, go. I just want this. There we go. So we can get this stuff picked up. But do this really quick. And I'm going to have to sort out that sulfur and get that put into a deep storage unit. That's not a big deal. I just can't get over how insanely powerful these boot farms are. Like, I'm sitting here trying to process it and actually speak about it and say things about it, but this is broken. Especially since it's self-sustaining power alongside the Netherstar generators. If they put this mod into expert, they are going to have to nerf it big time. Big time, because this is powerful. This is powerful. Wow. I'm amazed. I'm amazed by this. But I think I'm going to end this episode here. Let's get out of this basement. Yeah. I think I'm going to end this episode here. We utterly and completely created an utterly ridiculous power system that I'm going to tweak and fully utilize. I will do other power systems as we go on, but this is about learning mods, and yeah, this one is insane. I'm going to be able to get a couple million RF, I think. I'm not even going to math in my head. It's going to at least be 1.6 million. 1.6 million, and that is insane. Anyway, I'm going to take off. You guys all have a good one. As always, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. And you're going to see more ridiculous stuff, because, yeah, I got more ridiculous stuff coming. Later.